Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to the temple and a happy Thanksgiving weekend and a happy almost Hanukkah. Sunday we're going to light the first night of Hanukkah, and Monday everyone is invited with RSVPs to the temple Hanukkah lighting with donuts, jelly donuts provided by the women of Reform Judaism, and hot chocolate, and the beautiful music of Jennifer Diamond. So it would be a great evening on Monday night. And right now we're opening our service with the opening song, Ma Yafeh Hayom, how beautiful the day is, it is Shabbat. Turn to page 2 for the blessing over the candles. I would like to invite our friend Clint Nahum to lead us with a blessing over the candles and the fruit of the vine. Page 2.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, mitzvanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Praise to you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
We say to you, Clint Nahum, Baruch haba b'shem Adonai, blessed are you who have come here in the name of Adonai our God. Berachnucha mibet Adonai, we bless you in this house of God. Mi sheberach avoteinu ve'imoteinu, Avraham, Yitzchak ve'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel ve'Leah, ויברך את אחינו נחום בן אברהם אבינו ושרה אימנו בבואו להסתפח בנחלת ישראל ולהימנות על גרי הצדק בתוך עם אלוהי אברהם ושרה. יהי רצונו שיצליח בדרכו ויראה בכל מעשה ידיו ונאמר אמן.
Amen.
May God, who blessed our ancestors, Abraham and Sarah, Isaac and Rebekah, Jacob, Rachel and Leah, bless you, Nahum, who has cast his lot with the people Israel. He is a ger tzedek among the people of the God of Abraham and Sarah. May he prosper in all his worthy endeavors. May the work of his hands be blessed. And together we say, Amen. Amen. And we say to you, Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha. May Adonai always guard you and keep you. יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונקה. May God's face always shine towards you, and may God deal graciously with you. יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום. May God grant you the most important blessing of all, the blessing of shalom. And we have a song for you that we sing every time, a blessing that we say and sing every time we do something for the first time, and that is the Shechianu. Please join us all.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Turn to page 20 to welcome the Sabbath bride as we sing together Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi, לקרות כלה, תני שבת, נקבלה.
As we turn to page 28 for the Berlow. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, forcefully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzvaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Amariv Aravim. We turn to page 34 for the calling of the Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה, אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוך בך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you on this day shall be upon your heart, shall be upon your heart, and you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up, and when you rise up, and you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house, and upon your gates, and upon your gates, that you may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
And we turn to page 40 to sing in a Hanukkah melody, the Mi Chamocha.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nadar ba'kodesh, norot tehilot u'sefele Adonai imach li'olam va'ed, Adonai imach li'olam va'ed.
Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love. over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch Ata Adonai, הפורס סוכת שלום, עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
ישמחו במלכותך, שמרי 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 שבת, וקורא ענק שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שמרי 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 שבת, וקורא ענק שבת. מקדשי שבי שבת, כולם ישבעו ויתענגו מטובך שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שמרי 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 שבת, וקורא ענק שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שמרי 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 שבת, וקורא ענק שבת. והשביל רצית בו וקידשתו שבת. חמדת ימים אותו קראת שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שמרי 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 שבת, וקורא ענק שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שמרי 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 שבת, וקורא ענק שבת. למעשי וראשית שבת. למעשי וראשית שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שמרי 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 שבת, וקורא ענק שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שמרי 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 שבת, וקורא ענק שבת.
And we rise for the tefillah on page 46.
אדוני שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, God of our fathers and mothers, God of Abraham, God of Isaac, and God of Jacob, God of Sarah, God of Rebekah, God of Rachel, and God of Leah, the great, mighty, and awesome God, transcendent God, who bestows loving kindness, creates everything out of love, remembers the love of our fathers and mothers, and brings redemption to their children's children for the sake of the divine name. Sovereign deliverer, helper, and shield, blessed are you, Adonai, Sarah's helper, Abraham's shield. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. You are forever mighty, Adonai. You give life to all. You cause the wind to shift and rain to fall. You sustain life through love, giving life to all. Through great compassion, supporting the fallen, healing the sick, freeing the captive, keeping faith with those who sleep in the dust. Who is like you, source of mighty acts? Who resembles you, a sovereign who takes and gives life, causing deliverance to spring up, and faithfully giving life to all? Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to all. Baruch atah Adonai, mechaye hakol. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, Ael HaKadosh. Please be seated. We continue on page 61 with the blessing for shalom, for peace. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
Shalom Rab al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rab al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Ki oto malach adon lichol hashalom. Shalom Rab al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rab al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. V'tov b'einecha levarich et Amcha Yisrael, b'kol lev u'b'kol sha'ah, b'shlomecha. Shalom Rab al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rab al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam.
We all need courage and strength and healing in our lives, in the life of everyone that is dear to us. The Misha Berach, the prayer for healing and strength and courage, is on page 253.
Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
We're in between this Shabbat, we're in between two holidays. We just celebrated Thanksgiving, and we're hopefully all are preparing for Hanukkah. The first night of Hanukkah is this Sunday night. And those holidays actually have a lot in common. Thanksgiving is mainly about family. To my knowledge, that's the biggest family gathering that we have in the entire year in the United States. And Hanukkah is the second most popular family holiday, but even though we call it a minor Jewish holiday, it's actually the second most important Jewish holiday of the year because it's the second most celebrated holiday of the year, mainly because it's about family. Apparently, families liked to gather together and celebrate holidays together, or at least it gives a reason to gather together and to celebrate together. I don't need to tell you, not all families are made the same. And interestingly enough, every year in this junction between Thanksgiving and Hanukkah, and normally closer to Thanksgiving, we read the stories about our family, the stories about Jacob and his brother Esau, which we read last week, and the story about Jacob and his 12 children, which we read this Shabbat. And if there is one thing that you can say for sure about the family of our ancestor Jacob, the one that we are called after, it is probably the most dysfunctional family one can imagine. The story that begins in this Torah portion and will go all the way till the end of the book of Genesis is about brothers that their feelings towards each other was such a feeling of resentment and actually hate that the story begins by telling us that the brothers of Joseph hated him so much they couldn't greet him with shalom. Shalom means peace and wellness and wholeness, and they couldn't wish him that word. And unfortunately, the father, Jacob, that we're called after, who is a pretty dysfunctional father, sends Joseph to see what is the shalom of his brother, meaning how they're doing, but the Torah is ironically using the same word that they cannot say to him as what his father sent him to check. And then we read a phenomenal verse. It says the following: the brothers saw him from afar, and before he came near to them, they conspired against him to kill him. By the way, trying to kill one another when you are brothers is not uncommon in the book of Genesis. It actually happens a few times in the book of Genesis, or at least attempts to do that. But what is really phenomenal about this verse, that I think is a great lesson when we prepare ourselves for a family gathering, a lesson of maybe how not to treat our family members, is the wording, they saw him from afar. What does it mean to see a person from afar? Is it really the distance that you cannot really see for sure if that person is who they are? Or is it something else? Last week we read about a reunion between two brothers that also, one of them wanted to kill the other, Esau and Jacob, but then when they saw each other's face, Jacob says to Esau, I saw your face and I've seen the divine in your face. I looked at you from near and I could see God in you. A great Jewish philosopher of the 20th century, Martin Buber, who wrote a commentary to the Torah, writes about those two verses and says that normally we treat other people as we see them from afar. We don't look at the divine in them. We don't look at the person in them. We don't look at the essence of who they really are, but we see them as object in a game that we play with our lives. So our colleagues at work, our people that we are in relation, even family members, they play a role in our lives, but we don't see who they really are, their needs, their desires, what the essence of humanity that they bring, the divine in them. And we live our lives treating people as objects. But sometimes, says Buber, there are moments like between Esau and Jacob, what we read last week, when you look at a person not from afar, but from close, and you can actually see who they really are. And then you find the divine that is in them. Buber actually claims that since we don't live in biblical times, and we don't encounter God face to face like Jacob did, and like Moses is going to do, and like other biblical heroes do, our chance to encounter the divine is in our relationship with other people. When we're capable not to see them from afar, like the brothers and Joseph, but to actually see who they are. Unfortunately, it's going to take our family 4 Torah portions to get to that point, and by then we will be down in Egypt and we will stay there for 400 years as slaves. Hopefully, that's not going to happen in our Hanukkah and didn't happen in our Thanksgiving. And hopefully we can overcome resentments, and maybe even more than resentments we have towards each other, and see the divine in one another. Shabbat Shalom, as we go to our anthem, which is on page 377, America the Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of rain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed thy grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherly
page 283 for the Aleinu. Please join me. Let us adore the ever-living God and render praise unto you, who spreads out the heavens and established the earth, whose glory is revealed in the heavens above, and whose greatness is manifest throughout the world. You are our God, there is none else.
ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
We continue together on page 287. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding, loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech. May we never lift up our hand, but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace.
ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. On this Shabbat, we remember especially Shirley Tanchester Rees, Joshua Fink, Raymond Allen Sr., Cecilia Fox, Clarence Benjamin, Daisy Goldstein, Dan Gladstein, David Bayer, Deborah Schuster-Poole, Rachel Rothman, Roger Manning, Rosalind Dickman, Samuel Steinfeld, Sarah Schneider, Spencer Kleinman, Stephen Moseson, Dorothy Spear, Dorothy Friedlander, Elaine Marks, Eli A. Jaffe, Faye Michelson, Fred Switow, Gloria Greenfield, Harriet Waldman, Harry H. Cohen, Harvey Schwartz, Henry Waldman, Henry Sabes, Herbert Stanton Levine, Joseph Meyerson, Ken Rowland, Leon Feitelson, Leonard Boguslavsky, Matilda Lowbred, Pat Natalie, Pauline Mickler, Pauline Goldin, Fanny Flyshaker. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. With the blessed memories from our loved ones in our hearts, we rise as we turn to page 294 for the Mourner's Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעולמי עולמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום, עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. זיכרונם לברכה, may the memories of our loved ones come to be a blessing and a benediction to us all. Amen. Our closing song is Maoz Tzur, Rock of Ages. It's on page 365. Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and a happy Chanukah. Please say Shabbat Shalom to someone you never met before, and please take a cookie and a cake made by the women of Reform Judaism. Shabbat Shalom and happy Chanukah, everyone.